how to upload release forms with your submissions for book covers. Hey, I'm Vanessa. Welcome to my channel. This video is for people that have been recently accepted into creative stock agencies to submit images for book covers. When you're taking images of people, you're expected to upload a model release form for all of your models. I'm mostly a self-portrait photographer, and even though I submit self-portraits, I'm still expected to have a release form signed to go with my images. Another kind of release form that you might have to upload with your images is a property release form. This is something that I haven't had to do myself just because I mostly shoot at home in locations that are not applicable for that. If you were shooting in like a museum or some kind of like gardens, property that's not yours but is pretty recognizable, things like that, you're going to be required to have a property release form. So of course, one method is to print off these release forms. The stock agency that I work with does provide one. I think most of them do, but I don't have to use the one they provide. I could always create my own release form as well and then just submit that one to them. They will accept either. So that's a choice. I just use the one they provide because it's easiest for me to do. If you're working with a model, perhaps the best way to go about this is to print off the release forms and have them physically sign it in person. However, that's not something that I need to do as a self-portrait artist, so I typically just digitally fill out the form and then save it filled out and upload it that way. So you could do that as well. You could also email the form to your models or to the person that owns the property if you're doing a property release, and they could also digitally fill it out and keep it all on the computer instead of having these loose papers floating around. I like to keep it on the computer, so I'm going to show you guys how I do that and then also how I upload it with my submission. So here I've got some already filled out ones, but here's my blank one, and I'm just going to right click and open it with Adobe Reader just to make sure that I'm going to have the ability to edit the form once it's open. So here you can click on this icon. It'll say sign, add text, or send a document for signature. I'm going to click on that and it's going to open up a different panel over here where I can select add text. And the first thing that I want to fill out here, print model's name. I want to add my name here because I am also the model of the images that I am going to be submitting. And I'm also the photographer, so I just go ahead and put my name in the photographer spot as well. Here's all the mumbo jumbo. You can read through it if you want to. I've already previously read through it and know what it says. It's pretty generic just for the sake of their purposes. You can attach a photo from your shoot here if you want to, but it's not necessarily. So I usually just don't bother. I like to just try to keep this as quick as possible and get in what I need to, and that's it. So down here I do have to sign my name, but I'll do that in a minute. Printed name of the photographer, once again, that's just me. And then model information down here. What is today's date? November 2nd, 2020. I'm going to skip writing my address on the video, but I will fill out my address, my phone number, all of that stuff here at the bottom, which they technically already have because I'm a contributor, so they already need all that information, but I just do it because, you know, they need this form and I'm going to fill it out appropriately. So the next thing that I'm going to do is switch from typing to doing a signature. So when I click here, place signature, it looks like I have already saved my signature previously from doing this. So it's kind of just like a stamp, and I can go ahead down here and just stamp my signature there. There is the option, it lets you change the saved signature or create one. So I've already created mine. Once you do that, it will be in there. And it's really easy. So you just can click and there it is, rather than having to awkwardly sign it with your mouse or your Wacom every single time. So I'm glad I did that because I forgot that I did that, but awesome, makes it easier. And that's really all that I need to do. So I'm going to save this and then upload it along with my images that I'm going to submit. These are the images that I'm going to upload from a recent shoot that I did, and I'm going to bring that document over to this file folder just so that I can select it all at once. All right, so my model release is officially in the same folder as the edits that I am ready to upload. So I'm going to go ahead and open my uploader. And I have a previous video about how to upload images. Cortex uploader. You can also do it through the website, but I like to do it through this. It tends to go a little bit faster in my opinion. I don't know if I'm just imagining that or not, but that's what I like to do. Okay, so here we are. I've got my uploader opened and I have my files here. So I'm going to select all my files. I'm going to drag and drop them over here. And I'm going to select the folder that I need them to upload into and upload. So there we have it. Here, Archangel Master Sign, November 2020. That's my model release. Here's the images that I'm submitting, and they're just all getting uploaded together. It's not the end of the world if you forget to upload a model release with your images. If they really need it and a publisher is really interested in using your image, they will just send you an email, say, hey, we need a model release for this, and then you can just email one in for that. I've absolutely had that happen. Sometimes I'm lazy and I don't always fill out a fresh new model release form, although I don't recommend doing that because I think that it's probably kind of a little bit annoying on their end to be chasing down release forms. So it's really good practice to just upload one with each submission that requires one. Of course, if your images don't have people in it or properties in it that need a release form, then it's not something that you even need to take into consideration. Best practice, just do it, upload it with your images. It's really easy, and I'm pretty sure that the stock agency will appreciate it a lot. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful journey with your book cover photography. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. I do like to use them for future videos if it's something that I think that I can fill a full video with. If it's something a little bit short or kind of specific to you, I'll just answer you directly in the comments. I want to be as helpful as possible and answer as much stuff as possible. I know when I started, I really struggled to get the information that I was looking for. I had so many questions, and I can relate a lot to that feeling. So I'm here, use me as a resource, and I hope you guys have a great day. If you haven't already, check out my book cover photography playlist. I've got lots of videos there, lots of information. So I should be answering your questions in one of those videos, but if you can't find the answer you're looking for, then feel free to reach out.